Hello, Jeremy. I didn't see. I see didn't follow all the way through Flatiron. We're doing it right now. When is new merch coming? Hopefully this year. That's all I can say at this point. The money has been trickling in a little slower than I would have hoped. But by the end of the year, I'm hoping to have some funds saved up to actually put together my own storefront, not just using some default storefront from another company. Well, I gotta lotion up the hands. The hands have been dry. Too many clothes and not wearing half of them. Yeah, I could probably purge half my closet and not notice. But anytime I think about it, I'm like, I'll wear this shirt one day. Meanwhile, I just wear the same black t-shirt like every single day. All right. Fun stuff planned for today. As the title of the stream suggests, I will in fact be straightening my hair on stream. We'll see. It's been, let me tell you, it's been about, I don't remember when I last straightened my hair. It's been a long time. So we're going to do that. And then after that, I picked out some videos that reminded me, some hair related videos for us to watch. Like this video of someone gorilla gluing their hair and having to get it surgically removed. This video, instant noodles, how they're made. Bigfoot and snakes. Those are the ones I picked out. If we have time, maybe we'll check out some more. But in the meantime, we need to get to straightening. So my hair's a bit of a mess today. Ugh. Well, I gotta move this because my camera is my mirror today. I don't have another mirror. Hey. Okay. It's been a day since I've showered. I showered yesterday, didn't shower today, didn't really go out today. I went out and got groceries today, but that's it. So this is day 2 hair. Arguably the best time to straighten hair. Let me go ahead, plug this straightener in. God, I have a lot of important stuff that I don't want to accidentally burn on my table here. So let me just get a bunch of stuff out of my way. All right. My nearest outlet's kind of far away. Is this reachable? reach well enough? Oh, that's plenty. That's good. That's plenty of room. All right. Part of me wants to... Okay, here's what we're going to do. I don't really want this chair back behind me, so we're just going to lean it all the way back. All right. So first step. We gotta put some protectant on the hair. I'm not trying to burn all this off. So I got this Chi Infra Silk Infusion. I also put some protectant on earlier, just a different one. That was just like a little mist. I don't trust that one. I don't trust that stuff as much as I trust this. But we're just gonna get this all the way through. We're just gonna put a good amount on everything. My hair is not nearly as tangled as I would have expected. Normally, I'm pulling out clumps of hair. Right now, only a little bit of hair is coming out. I got one strand here. We're doing all right. Hold on, Jeremy. Just a moment. I gotta promote this stream on the Instagram. That's an incredible picture. All right, there we go. I apologize for the interruption. Ah! Oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, resume. I think I got a good amount on there. Let me do a little more. I don't know, I get a little superstitious. This is probably too much. I remember when I first tried straightening my hair, and like a couple times after that, I would put globs and globs of this stuff in my hair. Completely unnecessary. But I will say, my hair came out of on the other side feeling feeling real smooth. All right. My hair looks so greasy now because of that. All right, one moment. Say goodbye. I already got out a bunch of my curls, but we're gonna brush it out. Whenever I take a pic looking down, it looks weird. It's very hard to take good pictures of yourself. The rule is take it from above. usually better lighting on your face. More flattering angle. These days I don't care as much. If it looks funny, then that's not a big deal to me. Oh my god. That's what it will end up looking like. Ugh. Maybe there's just so much product in my hair that I can just straighten it by brushing it. I just want to get all the knots out. Dang. You know, in high school, I used to be really insecure about my hair looking frizzy. I would brush my hair all the time and literally just brush out my curls. My mom didn't have long hair. Certainly not long curly hair. Obviously my dad didn't have long hair. He was bald. So I had no adults with long hair to experience to tell me not to do that. Don't forget to post straight hair pic. Ooh. Thank you, Jeremy. Always thinking about the content. Your brother? My brother's hair actually is much less curly than mine. It's more on the wavy side. So he could get away with brushing. I could not. Like mine is straight up coils. All right. I'm just running my fingers through. Ooh, sorry, I don't mean to keep pumping the mic. It's gonna happen a lot this stream. It is what it is. All right. Got all just about all the tangles out. So yeah, it wasn't until like junior or senior year of high school that I finally realized that tangles and frizz are just a part of having curly hair. There's no way out of it. Exactly, Jeremy. All right, that should be pretty good, yeah. Yeah. These ends. First of all, I probably need a trim, but these ends are feeling a little on the dry side, so I'm just gonna do a little more. Just to save me from my superstition. My superstition. I should grab a towel or something. I don't like my hands being all gross. Alright, now that I've used way too much product, we can jump in. I'm just gonna put this towel here. I probably won't need it for too much, but oop. Get that closet door out of here. Imagine, I didn't test the straightener beforehand. This is a really old straightener. Oh, it turned on. I was about to be like, what if it didn't turn on? And we're just gonna crank that up to a pretty high setting. I need to cut my hair. I found just a cut just below the shoulders I like. I found that that's kind of my sweet spot too. I like it just a little past my shoulders. Because any more than that, it just gets hard to manage. It just becomes showering just becomes a chore. Like having it shoulder length, I found was so much easier. But the longer hair is cooler if I can deal with it. Oh, hold on. I should probably, okay. I totally forgot. I should probably section this out. I can probably... All right. You know what? We'll do this in fourths. That's what I've decided. I thought about doing it in halves. I think fourths will be the most thorough. We'll achieve the best results with fourths, so let's you guys are gonna see my hair in some silly styles a little bit. Oh, Patchy just ran by my feet. It scared me. Hey, no eating that cable. You can't do that. Smells like heat now. All right. I think that's... Yeah. Sounds pretty hot. Let's go in. It's probably not all the way there, but it's probably good enough for us to get started. Oh yeah. You can see the steam. Ooh. Oh man, you can see it burning that product off. Wow. I can probably turn this down. Jeez. I don't like that. Oh, patchy feature. Oh my god. So what I've found every time I straighten my hair is top part, very easy to straighten, but the ends, it doesn't matter how well I do it, over time, they will just force their way back into curling. And not even like over the course of a full day, like within the hour. Oh god. Something I didn't account for is my hair is getting caught up in my earrings right now. We'll have to work around that. I've got big ears, so we're gonna have to try to work around that. All right, here we go. We gotta turn this back up. Progress is being made. Damn. So this has 4 settings. The second setting seems a little, doesn't seem hot enough, but the third setting seems way too hot. Like concerningly hot. Ooh. It was a little close to my ear. Okay. Progress being made. Should probably disable hydrate while you do this. No, it's very important that I hydrate while straightening my hair. Never stop hydrating. I could not find that one hair clump that I had. Okay. Okay. So my goal is just do this big clump of hair more or less all together. To get it most of the way there, just to like make it more manageable. And then once most of it is straightened, we can start doing much smaller sections. Like, yeah, like we could probably start doing the small. We can break this up into even smaller sections. I think you could pull off silver highlights in your hair. I think people with like gray streaks, a little bit of gray hair, like, it doesn't look bad. Jacksepticeye in particular, he's been letting his hair gray out and doesn't look like, it's not a bad look. Man, this is so hard just using my camera as a mirror. Literally just my stream camera. Oh good, I cannot make that any bigger. All right, well, that's just how it is. Oof. Hot, hot. All right, this very front section is in fact straight now. Hello, Savannah. Hello, hello. I said I might do a hair straightening stream soon. Here we are. He's graying already? Jacksepticeye said, well, I watched you did a reel? Oh my god, my ends are already curling back up. What the hell? That's diabolical, dude. The curls are strong with this one. Oh, but anyway, I watched a Jacksepticeye reel and he talked about how his hair was like pretty much always gray. He was just dyeing it over the years to keep it from looking like that. Oh my god. Some people start graying in their 20s. Better not be me. Well, I see a section that's not straight. Oh my god. This is gonna take forever. This is gonna be a long night. Oh my god. I'm so bad at this. Do you have it hot enough? It's cranked up to the second highest setting. And that's already scary. Like, it's already to the point where it's steaming. I'm worried if I go up anymore, it's gonna burn my head off. But I mean, whatever you say, Savannah. If you say crank it up, we'll crank it up. We ball. Why not? Oh yeah, we're getting there. He loses his hair, you no longer gonna be best mod. Yup. It's all Savannah's decision. Dang, she might have been right. It's already straightening way better. All right. Let me just brush through this. Oh my God. Straight hair people have it so easy. Wow. I put the brush through my hair and it doesn't stop. That's crazy. I have not experienced that since, well, the last time I straightened my hair. I may have accidentally turned it off. You need to get a wet brush or an unbrush. They are amazing. Oh, I have a wet brush. This happens to be a wet brush, just not their standard one. So I have a wet brush that I use in the shower. That's like the regular brush, not this one. That's for detangling my hair. And I usually just brush through when I put in the conditioner. And then I use this brush after I put a bunch of product in it. After the shower, like curl cream, whatever else I use. I honestly don't even know. Cherry Mist, welcome. Or sorry, Cherry Matt. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't read right now. Oh, I had it right the first time. Cherry Mist. Okay. Cherry Mist knows the trauma. I can't even like put my hands in my hair without it getting stuck. I'm sure as we brush through my hair, I'm sure we'll find some people in there that haven't been found in 10 years. Oh shit, Sarah's been missing for 10 years. She's been on missing posters for a while now. You been in there the whole time? All right. Man. I need to be better about breaking this up into sections. I'm just going for it. I need a better system. Is this your natural hair color? It is. I mean, I got a little bit of product in it right now, so it might appear slightly darker than normal. But this is it. Very, very dark brown. All right. Back here by my ear, I could probably get a little better. Yeah, you can see some of the hair under. Hold on. Underneath could use a little work. But for the most part, I think we're about wrapped up with this section. Oh my god. The buttons on this are so touchy. I keep accidentally turning it off. We need Izzy. Nah, I got it. I got it. I've done this like 5 times before. All in high school. I have not straightened my hair in like probably like 4 years, yeah. At least. Dang these. There we go. I don't know how mirrors work. I had to find my hair. All right. There we go. Wow. Wow. Is that? No. Wait. Okay. There's like a bumpy section there. We can get it though. I thought it wasn't straight, but that's just because my ear is there. There we are. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do mirrors work? Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right, there we go. On to section 2. It's caught in my industrial. If you can get through this without burning yourself, I'll be proud. We'll see. What's the special occasion? Just felt like it. I spent the last week playing video games on stream, so I figured we ought to switch it up. The occasion is that I'm gonna go to bed after stream and wake up tomorrow and it'll be a new day. Alright, there we go. I love the cozy Minecraft in the background. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Can you see it steaming? That's terrifying. That's so scary. Oh, I probably shouldn't linger there. Oops. I got distracted. got distracted by trying to find another section of hair and then it stopped in the middle. Ooh, that could have been bad. Got it. Hey, all right. This section is going a lot more smoothly than I thought it would. Ooh, that was cutting it real close. Yikes. The back is not as important. Who sees that? People who are behind me. Not that I go out or anything, but if I do. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was way easier. This was also a smaller section. So that's probably why. All right, let's unclip this. It's all tangled. Okay. Here we go. We're just gonna do some refining here. Like that section looked a bit curly, so let's fix that. All right. Starting to look good enough. Ooh. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do the cross section. Now, given this side, I brushed out my curls a little bit already. So, it's looking a little straighter than usual. However, this is the progress. Just go out like that. Perfect. Ooh, I should split dye it too. This side will be... What color should I do it? This side can be pink. And then I can leave this. That's a big length difference. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Blue. Pink and red for Valentine's Day. Oh, shit, wrong side. Mirrors are so confusing, guys. I gotta do everything but the opposite. I almost grabbed the entire wrong half of my head. I did, actually. Where did I put my hair tie? I had a... I should have used the clip for... Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Expert hair straightener here. This side is going... This side is going in the pigtail. Good enough. And then this side, we'll use the clip-on. I've only got one clip, so we're doing what we can. Now this is a look. Remember, small sections. Yup. Got it. Did it. I'm kidding. We'll actually do some small sections. Can you guys hear the... No, you can't. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. Let's go ahead and... God, this side is so much harder. I just don't know how to move my hands. Okay. Would you ever get your nose pierced? People have told me that I would look good with one. Probably not. But it's not completely out of the question. Like, if I woke up tomorrow and I had a ring in my nose, I wouldn't be like, oh, we gotta get that out of there. So I think that shows I'm still considering it. But as of right now, it's not a particular interest. Oh my god, I can feel so much of my hair getting caught in my piercings. Man, I replaced these studs with hoops maybe a month ago. They weren't healed all the way, but I was like, oh, they're healed enough, it'll be fine. A week later, they swelled up. It was bad. And then I left them in for like another month. No, that math doesn't add up. Another week. And they stayed swelled up, so I figured it was time to switch back to the studs. Someone told me my nose is too narrow for one. Well, whoever they are, their nose is too wide for one, I think. Too wide for one, I think. So, I think they're just trying to hold you back. Because if you get one, it'll look way better than if they got one. Or if they have one. And they don't want that kind of competition. That's just my take. I took my cartilage out finally that never healed, and life is so much better. I had this side I had a snug piercing, kind of in the same place where I have this conch, but my ear did not like that, but I refused to take it out. And so one day I was at a 4th of July party. There was a pool and everyone was doing somersaults into the pool, so of course I joined in, and my snug piercing took itself out. So that's just the way it goes. All right. I think we can touch up the ends a little bit, but otherwise this section's looking pretty good. Ooh. Hot. Guess and see me fumbling around for the clip. Alright. Here we go. This is kind of a big section. It's fine. This is the look. Just hair right over my face. Yeah. Not a phase, Mom. I apologize for being quiet right now. This is a very delicate section. It requires my full attention. You're doing a lot better on this side. Well, I have a whole 15-20 minutes of experience at this point, so I'd hope so. Getting there. There's that weird section there that was still curly. Okay. 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 There we go. I'm gonna let everything loose and we'll do some cleanup. The pieces by the ear are always scary to get. Oh, yeah, those are terrifying. Ooh. Okay, yeah, we can touch up this side a little bit. Wow, okay. That's weird. I don't know how I feel. That's so odd. All right, let's... Don't forget the after pick. Yes, sir. Looks nice. Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. Thank you, Cherry. Thank you. And Jeremy, I always appreciate you thinking about the content. Just gonna brush out whatever few tangles might be left. Oh my god, having straight hair is so easy. You straight hair folk have life running on easy mode. That's absurd. That was absurdly easy to brush my hair. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Not a full burn, but that got a little toasty. Ouchie. I had to check. Okay, we're good. We're good. Nipped my forehead a little bit. I second the unbrush suggestion. We like unbrush out here? Alright. Alright, you know what? I'll look it up on the computer. Let's see what this is all about. Y'all are trying to sell me some Mickey Mouse bullshit. I'm kidding. I know that's not the only one. Alright, Amazon. Oh, that one looks fun. That's fun and different. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Dollar Tree has a dupe version? Hold. What's up with all these Disney ones? To be fair, that Nightmare Before Christmas one is kind of cool. Okay. Okay. Fun fact, I used to work at Dollar Tree. They tried to make me a manager. I said no. The truck would always come at 4. Well, the truck was always supposed to come at 4 in the morning. It never did. We'd be called in to go in at 4 and then we'd get there and then we'd just have to go back home because there was nothing to do because the truck delivery wasn't there to put away. You can get them at Target too. I will consider it. This shall be looked into. A couple months ago, I went back to the same Dollar Tree that I worked at. None of the same people I worked with were there anymore. Why is... This side is so much better. What the heck? And they had a $5 section. That was crazy. We never had that when I was working there. It was all $1. Then it went up to $1.25. Ooh. They were overstepping a little bit there. And now they're selling stuff for $5. What has the world come to? I miss vanilla Dollar Tree. Yeah, they got to patch out those updates, man. They got to go back to version 1.0. Oh my god. So much hair gets caught in my piercings. Ooh, that was scary. That was scary. Alright, how we feel? Good enough? Kinda wanna get these baby hairs up here. Yeah. Fuck those baby hairs. They're getting straightened too. Ooh, hot. He said he was earlier, not me. Hey, I'll have you know. I have enough money to pay off all my debt. That puts me past most Americans. Man, working at Dollar Tree was crazy though. Cause I mean, putting stuff away, we'd always just pull out the randomest shit from a box. It'd be like, does anyone actually buy this? We'd have like a box of steaks to put in the freezer. Like, who buys a steak from Dollar Tree? No way. Yes way. Asmongold. True. But even he gets like the 4-packs at Walmart. He doesn't stoop down to dollar steaks. Those are at least $2. All right, how we feeling? Are we satisfied? Whoa. What the? You guys see that? Hold on. What the hell? I didn't know that was there. There's one section that's way longer. Was curled, no one will know. Well, that's why I didn't know about. Wow. Oh my god. Wait, are there more sections like? No, that's all my hair. Okay. Haircutting time. I for real do wanna. I wanna cut that off. That's embarrassing. You gotta put that clump in its place, man. You can't let these guys think they're any better than the rest of them. Uh-uh. Alright. I'm gonna clean up this back portion just a little bit, and then I will be satisfied. It's these ends, man. They refuse to straighten no matter what. Okay. Split ends, maybe why they won't. I mean, that could be part of it. I think it's just because they got nothing weighing them down. Like, the top of my head is always a little less curly than my ends. Split ends, they are murder. I don't worry about split ends. People say they'll ride their way all the way up your head. My split ends know their place. They stay where they're at for a year or more. I don't worry about them. Okay. Are there any more? Gotta get these guys up top. Yep. Wait. I see you, bitch. Shit. There we go. Okay. Wait. All right. If I keep going, we'll be going forever. There you go. This is... This is what it looks like with straight hair. Wow. Dub. Speaking of dub. We're just gonna... We're just gonna... Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and... Better. All right. Does anyone want this? I can put it in an envelope and mail it to you, otherwise it's going in the trash. Yes? All right, Savannah, just send me your address. I'll set this off to the side for you. Put it in the next YouTube salad. Oh, I thought about doing another one of those videos. It can't be a salad though. I thought about making like maybe a burger. And you guys can pick the ingredients. Love that video. All right, let me get organized and get this hair straightener unplugged. Pizza toppings. Ooh. Ram marble. After pick. I'll take that after stream. But don't worry, Jeremy. You've got it ingrained in my brain now. I won't forget. Probably. We'll see. Is this cold now? Almost. No, it's not. It is not. Okay. All right, now that section is over. Now that I have straight hair, I have scoured the internet for the greatest hair-related videos. We've got a lady who super glued her hair. This guy, he had a fun beard. Instant ramen noodles. Bigfoot. Snakes. Oh, it's hair content night. Hold on. Y'all, I can't get over that. That's odd. Part of me likes it. Part of me wishes my hair was just like that so that it'd be much easier to manage.
For the woman who put...
Oh. All right. This is Tessica Brown's Gorilla Glue hair nightmare fixed by surgeon. How does this happen? How do you get so much Gorilla Glue in your hair? And how does that then lead you to an operating table? What?
A big day for the woman who put Gorilla Glue in her hair.
The woman who super glued her...
Oh my god, that could literally be me right now. If I flatten that enough. Yo, should I test this? Should I see if I got Gorilla Glue? I have never seen hair look so flat. Oh, $5. Thank you, Jeremy. That is 5 worlds shattered. Thank you, thank you. Seems like maybe that marble Maybe that marble didn't beat Jeremy all along. Thank you, thank you.
Her hair is in a lot better shape today. Here's Tessica Brown. No more rock hard glue.
Well,
I mean, that's gotta
a lot better shape.
That makes me feel awesome. Awesome.
There's not much left.
20-year-old mom of 5 earned national notoriety for using Gorilla Glue spray after running out of hairspray. Yep.
I see the line of thought. I can see how not having regular hairspray led to this. I don't see how using it for more than a second I don't see how it continued to seem like a good idea after using it for more than a second. Is there a reason I can't resub, or is my Twitch bugging? Are you just trying to find an excuse as to why you're not resubbing? Savannah, if you don't want to resub, that's fine. You can just say that. Twitch is bugging. My messages weren't sending earlier. Savannah saved by Cherry.
Yep, the same Gorilla Glue from those wacky
Original
commercials.
Gorilla Spray adhesive.
That is terrifying. You know, that is the exact same gorilla that was in the episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob locked himself in his pineapple because he was too scared of the outside world. And so Sandy and Patrick tried to convince him to come back out, but then a gorilla came down and beat them up.
For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Bad idea.
Yeah, he does a lot of gigs. Man's career took off after that. From SpongeBob to the face of Gorilla Glue.
Yo, look, my hair, it don't
My head did not make the same sound.
move.
Tessica tried washing it out with oils and shampoo and even went to the emergency room. Tessica tried.
It looks like concrete on her head.
Tried washing it out with oils and shampoo and even went to the emergency room, but nothing.
Oh my God. Being a doctor or a nurse is crazy, man. Every day, people like this show up at your door. And you just gotta make up. You just gotta make something up. You just gotta act like you know what to do in that situation. Like, what's a doctor gonna know that you don't about getting Gorilla Glue in your head?
Worked until Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Michael Obang offered to help. Tessica flew from
Savannah, does this happen to you?
her home in Louisiana to Los Angeles.
You get people like this?
Where she got a COVID test before undergoing a procedure to dissolve the glue using a concoction of medical-grade adhesive remover, aloe vera, olive oil, and acetone.
Okay. As well as chopping all of it off.
The process took 4 hours, and you can see the hair coming undone.
Oh my God.
Tessica, you did great.
Look how easily the comb glides through the hair. Still on the operating room table, Tessica is overcome with emotion. Talk show host Wendy Williams, who earlier this week ridiculed her,
Gorilla Glue woman.
I just want to know why she's on the operating table for this. It's so that they can charge her $10,000 for the operation.
Is now expressing sympathy.
I'm glad that you got your hair back.
What do you see when you look in that mirror?
Tessica.
You see Tessica?
Tessica. Not the, other person. This is me.
Bet she doesn't do that again. Gorilla Glue says the packaging warns people not to put the product in their eyes or on their skin, and we would say that includes...
Hey, nothing about hair. All right, I know she's about to say, we'd say that includes hair, but it doesn't say hair. Oh, she's lucky. Good for her. Yeah. We love American healthcare. Yup.
It's hair.
How much is a bottle of hairspray? $5, maybe $10 if you get a pretty good one. Then turn that into an emergency room visit. Not only was that just a big mistake in that she got her hair glued, damn, that went from a $10 bottle of hairspray to a $1,000 emergency room visit. And then if this surgeon charged her, ooh. Anyway, funny little story. Figured we'd go over that. Another hair-related video. I don't know who Charlie Hilbert is, but he showed up in my feed, and he says this video made me laugh. So we're gonna see what he has to say about it.
Oh no. And now I'm not going shopping.
What? Hold on. I'm gonna need captions for this one. That was just gibberish.
Oh no. And now I'm not going shopping.
He's not going shopping, guys. He's not going shopping.
My wife took me out to go, there she is, look, there she is. Oh.
She got out of there quick. She took one look and was like, nope, I'm out. She evacuated those premises.
There she is. Oh, look at that. She doesn't want to be on YouTube.
That's not live, is it?
It is. It sure as hell is.
Oh, shit.
You're on TV now.
Oh, shit.
Just stick your hands.
Oh.
Be on YouTube. She is. Look, there she is. Not going shopping.
Let me hit you with the instant replay.
My wife took me out to go, there she is. Look, there she is. Oh, look at that. She doesn't want to be on YouTube.
That's not live, is it?
It is. It sure as hell is.
Oh, shit.
You're on TV now. Come on. Just stick your head in.
She already did, my boy.
No.
Oh my God. All right. So. All right. So. My wife talked me out of going to, where the hell is it going? Oh yeah, shopping.
Why not?
Fucking shopping list here.
Hey, he's got a grocery list?
And
I went shopping today too. I have a grocery list. Mine's on my phone. You guys want to see my grocery list? I got chicken. I got milk. I got tissues. It's not what, guys, I've had a cold for like a month. It's not what you think it's for. All right, I'm not. I'm using those tissues for my nose, okay? All right. We got lotion. Guys, this is the most unfortunate coincidence. All right, I didn't even get the lotion. All right, I went to the lotion section of Walmart. It was all behind glass doors, and I was not about to talk to someone. All right, I didn't get the lotion. Not there anyway. All right, this is a huge misunderstanding. What are you about to do to that chicken? There. Guys, my hands get dry in the winter, and I just ran out of lotion, okay? I needed some. You're standing there with tissues in hand, asking for the Walmart plate without the lotion. No. Anytime something is behind a glass door, my solution is I'm just gonna go home and order this online. I'm not talking to no one. I did get lotion though. I went to Bath and Body Works and got some body cream, all right? Does this look like I jerk off with this? Does it? No. This was very expensive. All right, this was $20. If I use this for my wiener, that is not min-maxing. Would you like a second shovel for that hole you're digging? I also needed plastic cups because I didn't want to do dishes. Oreos, I forgot to buy those. I did get a frozen pizza though. I wanted some bubbler because I ran out. And there was also ramen. I also got ramen. That makes you wait for the $6 sale. I needed it now. My hands are cracking. And by the way, I didn't get Oreos because I got Pop-Tarts instead. And I keep them in my room so that my family don't eat them. What Pop-Tart flavor? Strawberry. I'm a simple man. Anyway, back to the video.
We're gonna have pizza tonight. We'll just call up for pizza.
He's having
God knows
pizza
what else.
tonight.
Maybe I'll get a meat lovers pizza. Yeah.
Meat
Okay, so
lovers.
anyway.
Chat, he's gonna get a meat lovers pizza. He's gonna get a meat lovers pizza, yeah.
That was kind of fun.
Cinnamon is better, but strawberry is acceptable.
And I must
I
shout
agree.
out to King Calico. Yes, shouting out, buddy, King Calico.
My boy King Calico.
And not going to the fucking store. I'm gonna have to go paint the little men. Maybe I'll give you a tour of the work.
Hey. He's staying home from the store to paint the little men. Okay.
That might be fun. Because what else? What else am I gonna do? I'm not going shopping. I could try working out. Yeah, I think I'll try that later. All right. In the meantime, stay cool. Well, I don't have to tell you that. It's fucking freezing out anyway. So stay cool as in your mental ruminations or cogitations or whatever the fuck.
I can see this being me in 60 years. All right, that was very relatable. That this video made me laugh. It made me laugh too. Shout out Charlie Hilbert. Great video. All right, more hair content. We've got how instant noodles are made in factories. 1 billion noodles every year. Wait, it actually does give me the option to timer out? I doubt it actually works. You can try. All right, how are noodles made? We can crank this up to 1440p? Hell yeah.
Every year, around 100 billion packs of instant noodles are consumed worldwide. That's nearly 13 packs for every person on the planet. But have you ever stopped while enjoying that comforting bowl of instant noodles to wonder how they got there?
In high school, I'd be down in these like every day. Now, not so much, okay? But in high school, look, anytime you wake up at 3 in the morning, time to cook some ramen.
In reality, that humble block of noodles is the result of a fascinating production process. In instant noodles,
does that look the same right now? Next video, just replace all of my hair with ramen noodles.
Noodle factories, a perfect choreography of cutting-edge machinery and artisanal skill, unfolds to create the quick and delicious food you enjoy. This fast and convenient food.
Dang, that person had the fancy
one.
one.
Dry block into a comforting soup
with the scallions in there and everything.
It was recognized as the greatest Japanese invention of the 20th century.
Now hold on. The 20th century? You're telling me these were made in the 1900s? There's no way. There's no way. They have to be older than that. When did Naruto take place? Naruto had to be, what, 14th century? Maybe 15th century? They had ramen back then. There's no way this is a new thing. That caught me off guard. Wow. I didn't know it was that recent. I was about to say Japanese, the greatest invention of the Japanese. I was going to say they had samurai swords there. So like that one's pretty cool. But there's a strong argument for this.
Century. And it's not surprising, given that it has saved many students and busy individuals from hunger when time is scarce.
True, when I'm poor...
The inventor of instant noodles, Momofuku Ando, was inspired to create this food after seeing people lining up for a bowl
for 25 cents a pop
during the post-war era in Japan. His idea was to provide a nutritious, easy-to-prepare, and accessible food for all that could help alleviate hunger in tough times. Out of this desire, instant noodles were born.
Oh my God, that looks so
good. It all starts with the raw material, wheat flour. This is loaded into large industrial mixers that continuously process tons of flour per day. The flour is mixed with
water. Forget cocaine, look at that.
Creating an elastic and sturdy paste, essential for the future noodles. This is a carefully calibrated process. The right balance of moisture is crucial for the noodles to maintain their shape and texture. After kneading, the dough is allowed.
I just want to dive into that and become one with it. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
To rest for a set period.
I'm sure you guys can relate.
Time allows the gluten to relax, making the dough more flexible. This helps make the following rolling and cutting process easy.
Damn, they're just going to leave that entire chunk up there?
Making the dough more flexible. This helps
all
make
that
the following rolling and cutting
like
process easy.
20 packs of ramen
Once
there.
the perfect dough is obtained, it goes through a series of rollers that flatten it to the desired thickness. The dough, initially thicker than your arm, is transformed into a thin sheet, thinner than rice paper. This process not only determines the final thickness
I have no idea how thick rice
but also
paper
contributes
is.
to their unique texture. Passing through the rollers helps develop the gluten in the flour, giving the noodles their characteristic elasticity. As the dough is repeatedly passed through the rollers, it is stretched and thinned until it reaches the right thickness for instant noodles. Once transformed into a thin sheet, the dough is directed to cutting machines, where it is cut into noodles.
Now, since cutting down trees is such a problem, why don't we just use this for paper? Simple solution, right? I bet if you just let that dry out, that's good paper there. I think we just solved the deforestation crisis.
This process, although it may seem simple, is a turning point in the production of
Just take
instant
half the
noodles.
ramen and just leave it as
This is where
paper.
the length and width of the noodles are defined. Each cutter is equipped with an array of blades that can be adjusted to produce noodles of various shapes and sizes, from the thin threads of ramen soup to the wider, flat noodles of pasta. Depending on the type of instant noodle being produced, the cutting
They just do it
machine
all
has
in one
different
place?
blade configurations to create
I guess they,
specific shapes.
I mean, not all in one place, but
After cutting, the noodles are not yet ready for the soup. The noodles are separated and collected on trays or conveyors. At this stage, a starch coating is
yo,
applied
how's
to
it
the
bending like
noodles
that?
to prevent them from sticking together. The noodles are initially too moist and tender for
Oh,
long-term
they're moist and
pantry
tender, of
storage.
course.
To overcome this, the noodles undergo a steam
I'd be
cooking
more
process,
flexible too if I was
during
moist
which
and
they are
tender.
exposed to high temperatures. This step contributes to the development of their ultimate flavor and texture. Next, they undergo a quick frying process that removes moisture and makes them crispy, facilitating long-term storage. This rapid cooking process aims to stabilize the structure of the noodles and remove excess surface starch.
Yeah, makes sense.
After pre-cooking, the noodles are rinsed with cold water to stop the cooking process and reduce their temperature. This helps to maintain the right texture of the noodles and prevents them from becoming soggy. Once the noodles are
They're preventing them from getting soggy by making them soggy? Okay, Jimmy
rinsed and
Neutron.
cooled, they are drained to remove excess water.
Whatever you say.
The noodles are subjected to a drying process to remove the remaining moisture. This process can be carried out through air drying or using controlled hot air. In the case of air drying, the noodles are placed in areas with good air circulation to allow moisture to evaporate gradually. During the drying process, temperature and time are carefully controlled to avoid overheating or inadequate drying of the noodles. The result is that familiar block of dry and compact noodles, ready to be revived with some hot water. The interesting part of the process is the formation of the noodle blocks. After steaming and frying, the noodles are placed in molds that give them their characteristic square or circular shape, typical of the instant noodles we know. These steps make up only half of the journey that noodles go through before reaching
That's
the
only
bowl.
half?
Each step is meticulously designed to ensure that every package of noodles provides a consistent and delightful
They
experience.
already seem like they've gone through so
What
much.
happens after the noodles are dry and ready to be packaged? The answer lies in the toppings and seasonings that give each bowl of instant noodles its unique flavor and personality. While the noodle block remains essentially the same in each brand, it's the broth and seasonings that make each package different. Instant noodle broths can be very diverse.
You're telling me that it's the little seasoning pack that makes my fancy noodles cost $3 instead of 50 cents? That's crazy.
Ranging from classic chicken broth to rich and spicy options. Each broth is prepared separately in enormous kettles that can hold up to thousands of liters of soup at a time. Spices, aromatic ingredients, and proteins are slow cooked together, resulting in a rich and concentrated liquid that is later dehydrated and turned into powder. These dry seasonings not only add flavor, but also texture and color to the final soup, making each bowl a feast for the senses. Once the broths and seasonings are ready, it's time to package them along with the noodles. The noodle blocks, powdered broth, and dry seasonings are placed together in individual packages. This not only keeps all the components together, but also ensures the freshness of the ingredients.
I bought that today. I have that in my cupboard right now. I don't know why I felt like I had to prove that, but in case you didn't believe me.
Once packaged, the noodles are ready to be sent to stores around the world, waiting for the moment when someone adds hot water to bring them back to life. The design of instant noodle packaging is not only aesthetically pleasing.
When I was a kid, sometimes I still do this, honestly. When I was a kid, though, a lot of times when we didn't have any like chips I liked, I would just take the ramen packet, instead of cooking it, I'd just crush it up and I'd open it up, and then I'd add the little seasoning packet to it, and I'd give it a good shake, and then open it back up. Suddenly you have some chicken flavored chips. That's an actual snack, I think. You're telling me I didn't invent that when I was 5? Five-year-old me thought I was a genius. Damn. I can't believe it.
Pleasing, but also functional. The inner aluminum foil keeps the noodles fresh and protected from light, moisture, and microorganisms. Some packages are designed to serve as a temporary bowl, allowing the preparation and consumption of noodles in the same packaging to ensure that each package of instant noodles reaches you in perfect condition. Companies implement rigorous quality controls, and products undergo tests of strength, visual inspections, and most
Tests of strength?
taste tests.
Yo, they got
Team of expert
they got these noodles in the factory deadlifting.
to ensure they meet the taste expectations. However, despite their convenience,
You're only
and
fit to ship if you can
it's
bench
also
press
true
this
that
bar.
instant noodles have been criticized for their sodium level
Damn.
and trans fat content. In this regard, the industry has worked to reduce salt content and eliminate trans fats from their products. Some brands have launched lines of noodles with lower sodium content, more fiber, and gluten-free versions. Thus, instant noodles evolved to adapt to the changing needs and demands of consumers without giving up their essence of being a quick and easy-to-prepare meal. If you want to know how tequila is made, watch the video on your screen, and please like the video.
Hell yeah. All right, wow. I had no idea. I'm just looking to see if there's any fun comments. There's nothing better than some instant noodles late at night when you've come home from a night out. It's so simple that yet satisfying. Yeah, like I said earlier, you wake up at 3 in the morning, it's ramen time. I'd have my friends over for sleepovers all the time. And this was when I didn't know how to cook. So, you know, we'd be up until 3 in the morning and be like, oh, we're so hungry, but our parents aren't up to order a pizza. So, 3 in the morning, just bust out like 3 packs of ramen, cook them all at once. That's a family meal right there. Hell yeah. Don't worry, we make Cheetos and Ruffles tacos. Hell yeah. The inventor should have won a Nobel Prize. Yeah. Agreed. Said thanks. All right. That was highly informative. I now know the exact factory these came from. Wow. The more you know. All right, we've got Bigfoot story. Wunta Mountains, Utah. Real footage caught on camera. Bigfoot investigation. You know, when I think hair, one of the first thoughts that always come to mind. Bigfoot. That's a hairy guy. Can you order pizza at 3 a.m.? You know, that's a good question. That's probably another reason why we couldn't order a pizza at 3 a.m. Not just because our parents weren't up to do it for us, but also just because you can't. Anyway, we got any Bigfoot believers in chat? I'm not a Bigfoot believer myself. I think something similar to Bigfoot may have existed a long time ago. I mean, at the end of the day, he's just a really tall monkey that walks like a person. Maybe that could have existed. Is he around today? I don't know. I don't think so. Hold on. Before we jump into this, I need to pee. Keep each other entertained, please. Jeremy, Savannah, as my mods, that's your guys' job right now. I'll be back. Y'all, look at this. It's kind of hard to see, but I saw myself in the mirror after I peed. My hair's already curling back up. This is absurd. Man, I worked so long and now it's already going back to wavy. And lost the hand washing contest? I spend more time washing my hands than I do peeing. That's a fact. All right. I have a teeny tiny bladder. Like when I need to pee real bad, and then I get into the bathroom, I pee for a literal second. All right. I wash my hands. I will not take this slander. Speaking of which, I'm going to use my lotion now that I don't use to jerk off. Because it was expensive. Bladder literally the size of a pea. I used to this is going to sound so silly. I used to be insecure about like I would go to the bathroom. And, you know, sometimes you go to the bathroom and someone else, just some random person goes to the bathroom too. and you know, we'd start peeing at the same time, right? Not that I was paying too much attention, okay, but you know, just you know, I could get the sense that we started peeing at the same time, and I would finish way quicker than them. Way quick. Like I'd get done and then I'd wash my hands. No, do the ABCs twice and all, okay? Sometimes just once, but I wash my hands. And they'd still be going. And that would happen all the time. Not that I pee with other people regularly, but you pee enough times in your life, it's bound to happen at least a few times. So, I mean, you know, little old me thought there was something way wrong with me. Because I could not keep up with these guys, man. Every single person I came across, they could out-pee me. You can't replace soap with fragrant lotion. I washed my hands. Hence why I needed to re-up on lotion. Because I'm never gonna win. I could take you guys into my bathroom with me and show you me washing my hands, and you still wouldn't believe me. All right. Let's listen to this guy's story about Bigfoot. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Okay, we're ready whenever you are.
This is a story of a couple Bigfoot that
a couple Bigfoot.
Two of our.
So there's not just one Bigfoot. There's multiple. Interesting.
Miners up on Hoyt Peak back 20 years ago. We had a company by the name of Has Petroleum, and the owner of the company was Mike Taylor. And
my boy
Mike
Taylor.
Adams.
Mike Adams, sorry.
And, they were pretty busy, pretty diversified, and so they thought, well, we need to get a couple guys working on the mine that wouldn't mind doing it just for the experience and maybe, you know, expenses and such. Well, it turned out that they found.
What is his tattoo? It's kind of hard to see, but it kind of looks like Kim Jong-un puking up a fish. That's kind of sick, honestly, if that's what it is.
Found a couple guys in Washington State that were college students, and they wanted the job of working in the mine and being in the mountains. And on top of that, they were Bigfoot hunters. And at that time, Utah wasn't known for any Bigfoot sightings at all, hardly at all.
Yeah, why would they be in
Maybe
Utah? There's like nothing there.
So anyway, they came up there, these two college boys, and they were in their, I think the one was 19 and one was 21. And they set to working up on the Josephine. They had their camp set up just above the mine. And we went up there and made sure they had food and made sure they had all the stuff they needed to mine. And they were basically just grubbing out the hole with 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, in Minecraft, you got to make sure you have plenty of food before you go mining, because otherwise you will run out of food, and then your hunger bar will deplete, and then you'll start dying of hunger.
And I crawl out of bed.
So that checks out.
I answered the phone, and I said, hello. And he said, this is Dusty. He says, we got to get the chemist. And I said, why? He said, well, our two miners are sitting in a phone booth down there freezing to death, and they're only wearing their skivvies. And we got to go get them. I said, what the heck happened? He said, well, I'll tell you on the way. So I drove to his house, got in his Jeep, and away we went.
Skinwalker Ranches in Utah?
He said that they had been chased off the mountain.
Yeah, but that's Skinwalkers, not Bigfoot, right? Those are two different things.
Coming down Whitehall. That's all he knew. So we get to Camas, and they're in a Isuzu car, one of those Isuzus. It was totally hammered.
What are these cuts?
You couldn't even drive it. Once they got down to the Camus Cafe, it was how they got that far on the trans out of it, the rear end. Anyway, they're huddled together in the phone booth right next to the Camus Cafe, and it's raining like cats and dogs, and they are in their underwear. So we get them in the Jeep, get it warmed up.
Okay, so they're naked.
Went to the phone booth, and he called the
and
owner
it's
of the
raining,
cafe,
and they're in the mines.
Early. We got him in the cafe, got him some blankets, got him some hot chocolate and a cup of coffee for the one kid. And this is the story they told. They said they were up in their tent, and it was lightning and thundering a little bit. And they brought some tapes with them of Bigfoot calls that they had taped over in Washington. And so they thought they'd play them. So they're up there playing these tapes. One kid says, and all of a sudden we hear this horrible roar, growl. And he said, it's very close. And we thought, this must be a big bear or something. Then it
big bear, maybe mountain lion.
And they knew it was a Bigfoot. So they cranked up the mic, cranked up the volume on their. So they cranked up the mic, yelling and talking. This must be a big bear or something. Then it started yelling and talking, and they knew it was a Bigfoot.
I didn't know being able to talk was a part of Bigfoot lore. We can communicate with Bigfoot? Maybe that's not what he's saying, but...
So they cranked up the mic, cranked up the volume.
Even so.
On their machine, and another one yelled from the right. And so they thought, hey, this is way cool. And so they started barking in the tent, making all kinds of noise.
So Bigfoot's just everywhere in Utah.
And he said there were these two creatures that were at least 7 foot tall, and they started tearing everything there was apart in that camp. These two idiots jumped in their car and zipped off that mountain as fast as they could go.
Didn't they say the car wasn't working?
All the way down.
That's why they were in their underwear and everything else.
And they were so petrified when they seen these things. They didn't come after them, but they went after everything in the tent, all their camp stuff, and it's raining. And there's the big things. They said they were both real.
Yeah, like when you rob a house, you probably don't steal the person. Well, I guess in some instances they steal the person, but you probably steal the stuff. So I reckon Bigfoot's a barterer.
Dark. They could see their facial features. They were like a man.
That's what it sounds like to me.
And they were really tall.
Stealing the stuff, but not.
So we said, well, let's go back to
taking
the
the
camp
people.
and see what we can scavenge up for you. You know, maybe salvage some stuff. And they said, no, we're never going back. You gonna go home? Yeah. I said, you gonna go home in your underwear? If we have to, we're not going back. Well, the owner of the cafe at that time was a pretty generous guy, and so he bought him. He was gonna go buy him some clothes and get him to the airport in Salt Lake to fly home. Well, Rhodes and I got up on the mountain up here after it had stopped raining, and we got to the camp, and we couldn't believe what we saw. There was a 3-burner Coleman stove.
Shit. They had a stove? Damn, I'd be surprised if I saw that in the mines.
And it was twisted, looked like a pretzel. Wow. Just like that. Just twisted. All the coolers were completely demolished. There wasn't a can of soda that wasn't flat. They had a couple walking sticks that were smashed into pieces. Their sleeping bags were completely shredded, and their tent was completely just pieces everywhere. All the tent poles were folded in quarters and thrown in a pile, and nothing was left. Gathered everything up in bags, and we didn't find any. We found one set of tracks going up the hill.
Is this like the JFK files where they released part of them so far? We're supposed to be getting the rest pretty soon, but you know, they have the document right and they can only show certain parts. The rest of it has to be redacted because it's too sensitive. Is that why there's so many cuts in this video?
About that long. And the other track was a little bit shorter, but it was the heel and the ball of the foot. And back in those days, we didn't carry cameras around a lot. And I didn't have my camera with me that day because I wasn't thinking about taking pictures coming up, so we didn't get a picture of it. And we finally found
something
out
always goes
other people
wrong
had
when you
heard
try to
this
get
Bigfoot up there before,
evidence of
nobody ever said
Bigfoot.
anything. Like the Young family, they heard them, but they'd never tell anybody because they didn't want anybody to think they're crazy. Officer Wild in Francis talked about it and said, yeah, he'd heard strange knocks and strange yelling and screaming. He says, and he had heard about Bigfoot, but he didn't think it was ever in Utah. He thought it was somebody just dinking off. So we've been kind of listening and watching.
No, it definitely couldn't be just a person.
We've heard some strange things.
Definitely not.
So I know they're there, and I know they exist because I run into one face to face once, so I know they exist.
Really?
Yeah. And Gail Rhodes and I run into one head to head.
This guy's seen one face to face, so
on Three Divide Lakes.
gotta believe him.
And it was about 7 foot tall. It was red, a lot of reddish brown hair, and he was a big creature. And I had a camera and a gun, and I didn't use either one. I was dumbfounded.
Of course. Of course there's no pictures of Bigfoot. The moment you see him, of course you're dumbfounded. It all makes sense now. You know, I used to wonder, why are there no pictures of Bigfoot? Why are there no, like, crisp photos of Bigfoot? Why are they always blurry? For a second, I started to believe the Mitch Hedberg joke. I think Bigfoot is just blurry. But I think it makes sense. Of course, people would be dumbfounded seeing Bigfoot. So, of course, they wouldn't take a picture as evidence to show everyone else. Yeah, that makes sense.
Quick. He'd run across the edge of the lake, and I seen the water seep into his footprints, and he was striding from me to you, Ryan.
Holy cow. Wow.
He was well endowed, too.
That's what?
And he had
Bigfoot's got a big dick.
His eyes were not brown; they were more gray. But I was from here to the car from him. And Rhodes was standing back about near that tree, and so I know they're there.
I can't believe that campsite and that stove being twisted like that.
That stove, we took that home, and Dusty Rhodes, Gail, had that for years. I don't know whatever happened to it, but one of those creatures absolutely had to actually take that thing and twist it.
So moral of the story, don't play mating calls.
Don't bring stoves to the
I
mines.
asked that kid, I said, what was you doing, swearing at him or what? And he said, well, I don't know. It's just.
And don't show Bigfoot your stove.
Yelling and calling, and we just played.
I hate those things.
That's what Dusty said. He said, well, you probably called a fight, and they wanted to fight.
They thought somebody was in trouble. They were coming to the rescue.
I've never heard them killing a human.
No, and if you did, it'd probably make everybody go crazy.
That's good. I'm glad Bigfoot don't kill people.
But you know, here on Hoyt Peak, Steve,
that'd be bad.
There's definitely something here. I've been coming up here. You know, I've camped with these guys several times up here, even guys before my guys I have now, and I'm telling you, for I don't know how many.
I like the
years
Bigfoot
now,
community. They're chilling, don't hurt anyone.
Especially when I was closer to the top of the peak, I would say there's something here.
That's
I
good.
have some pretty crazy
That's
stories
good.
where
That's good to know.
we were staying 5 days at a time.
Because I mean, you meet a chimpanzee,
you hear something.
they'll just hurt you for fun.
And every single night it seems to get more and more intense, almost like whatever.
Like they just get off to ripping people's faces off.
You being here, and it's getting braver as you stay in one.
Chimpanzees are crazy.
With a logging company up on the north slope of the Uintas.
Rest in peace,
pure white
Steve.
one coming to their camp. And I talked to two of his buddies. They left. They wouldn't work for the logging company anymore because that big white one chased them off. They don't want anybody in that logging area.
I like most animals, but monkeys or chimps are not one of them.
They
or bears.
About that. In fact, the one kid, he won't talk about it really.
Yeah, those are probably two animals I wouldn't want to be stuck with.
They run into one.
Bears or chimps.
Mill Hollow.
So you guys, the moral of the story is tonight, do not get on your smartphone and look up some kind of Sasquatch noises.
And definitely don't get on your smartphone to take a picture.
I want to sleep tonight.
You guys, go ahead, do that.
Kind of like when we were in mountain lion country and you were playing wounded coyote noises all night long.
Dude, that's not the same thing, okay? That wasn't me anyways. That was Todd. Todd brought the Fox Pro, and Todd
Come on, Todd. Come on, Todd. Todd, you silly guy. All right, there you go. That is, I mean, that's as clear as of proof as if I've ever seen any. Bigfoot's definitely real. Moral of the story is be careful what you go looking for because you might just find it. A cup of coffee for the one kid. For the one kid, that is a level of detail tossed in as a part of the story that nobody would have made up to further a lie. So this man is telling the truth, or at least truth as he knows it. Interesting vid. Yeah, people never make anything up. Makes sense. I I noticed that part too. Yeah. Yeah, the more, if it's specific, that means it's definitely not made up. I had a good friend, same area, camping overnight. He went out for firewood. I guess he was getting too close and Bigfoot started throwing logs the size of telephone pole at him. Oh my God, is he still alive? Holy shit. People need to pay attention and actually look in the background behind Steve. There are like 3 of them in the trees to the far right and 1 to the far left by the pine. I never saw that. I mean, look, I'm not going to watch this entire video again, but that's crazy. Right there in that video. Wow. Man, yeah. Rest in peace, Steve. Seems like a good guy. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Cherry. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Man. I'm going to get that tattoo in his honor. Kim Jong-un puking up a fish. That's awesome. All right. Time to make a tea. Hell yeah. All right. Ooh. My knees are starting to buckle. All right, we got one more video to watch. Snakes are curvy and long, kind of like my hair. And that's how that relates to this stream about hair. It's hair night, boys. Let's check it out. Venomous snakes for kids. Learn fun facts about venomous snake species. Also, before I forget, oh my God. Where is it? How do I? Oh my God. I'll like the video later, but definitely give that video a like. Ugh. I apologize. All right, let's jump in. This is venomous snakes.
Venomous snakes.
Oh my God. Those are terrifying.
Hi, everyone. Today's video is all about venomous snakes.
That was kind of cute.
If you want to read along, you can download this lesson plan from our website, learnbright.org. Ready? Let's get started. What are venomous snakes?
They're snakes that produce venom that can enter your bloodstream upon bite and kill you. Bite, or sometimes I've seen some snakes, they just shoot it out, right? That happens too. That's terrifying.
Everywhere in the world, except Antarctica, you can find snakes. There are over 3,000 types of snakes, and scientists are still
That's a lot of
finding
snakes.
new ones. Snakes are reptiles that have long, thin bodies but no legs. And while most snakes are harmless, some are venomous and
Oh my God. As a kid, I used to be so scared of king cobras. Like, I learned about king cobras and how deadly they are. Man, 5-year-old me feared the day that I would come across a king cobra and it would just be over for me. Anytime I go outside, I'd be so scared of coming across a king cobra. Oh my God. If I could be like SpongeBob in that episode where he locked himself away in his pineapple because the outside world was too scary, man, I would have been him because I knew king cobras existed. Forget rattlesnakes. All right. The king cobras, those just exist in like Africa, right? For the most part, at least. Where do king cobras live? Where are king cobras found? Southeast and South Asia. Okay. In the Philippines? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm half Filipino, so I'm gonna actually be so scared going to the Philippines. Damn. That's terrifying. But we actually have rattlesnakes around here. I wasn't scared of rattlesnakes. They just seem like fun little guys. I wasn't really scared of rattlesnakes until like middle school. And even then, like 6th grade me, I thought I could fight a rattlesnake if I came across one.
and quite
I probably couldn't, but I thought I could.
Snake habitats
I wasn't too
range
worried
from
about 'em.
forests to deserts and woodlands to oceans. But the
Oceans, you're not even safe in the water.
snakes can be found in rainforests, most specifically the Amazon rainforest. Snakes are cold-blooded, so their body temperature varies with their environment. Snakes love to live in tropical regions because they can use the sun's warmth to keep their body temperature
That one's got a
warm.
big head.
But not all snakes live in warm areas. Some snakes live in colder climates and stay warm by reducing their activity during the winter months. During the winter months, snakes will hide away in holes and dens, but they do not hibernate. Instead, they enter a state of rest called brumation. Before brumation occurs, they must eat more than
Honestly, I
usual
thought
to
this was
keep
going to be a
themselves alive
video
during
about
winter.
specific poisonous
Just like
snakes,
bears.
but I guess we're just
During
learning about
brumation,
snakes in general.
Snakes will remain still and slow down their metabolism, or the chemical reactions that change.
All right, we're
food
too far
into
in.
Energy. Some species, like timber rattlesnakes, will share a den and huddle.
Oh my
together.
God. Oh my God. That is the scariest looking thing I've ever seen. Look at that piercing gaze. Oh my, the scales. That's
For
crazy
warmth.
looking.
Sometimes you can find as many as 100 snakes huddled together in a den. There are around 700 different species of venomous snakes, and 200
that's 700 too many.
capable of killing a human with one bite. Venomous snakes have two grooved or hollow needle-pointed teeth called fangs. These fangs connect to glands that hold the poisonous venom. When a snake bites, the muscles
Yeah, look at that
contract
dude. He's
and
just shooting it
release the
out.
venom
That's
through the
crazy
ducts
looking.
in their fangs. This is how they inject venom into their prey. What do they eat?
Man, how did these things evolve?
Snakes are carnivores, which means they only eat other animals. Which animals they eat depends on the size of the snake's body.
Like, how'd they get that?
Small snakes eat rodents, birds, and insects, while bigger snakes eat deer, pigs, and alligators or crocodiles. Some snakes have special diets, and their bodies have adapted or changed to eat a specific type.
The other day, I was trying to look for a
One
video of a
example is
python,
the egg-eating snake. Can you
like
guess
the
what it
giant
eats?
ones.
That's right.
Dude,
Eggs.
those guys are huge.
In addition,
I couldn't find a
snakes
video of
have
a
unique
python
way of
because
eating. They have
now YouTube is just filled with AI videos. And everyone's just posting AI videos
They never chew their
of
food.
these AI generated pythons saying that, oh,
to
we
finish
just
the
found the
meal
world's
catch.
biggest python.
Snakes' teeth also help them eat. The teeth are curved and can be pulled back into their mouths so they don't catch while.
In fact, here, let me see if I can find one. I came across one the other day. If I just look up python. Maybe biggest. Oh yeah, biggest python. Here we go. When did I watch this? I never watched this. Oh my god, we might have to watch that next. You're telling me now they're sharing real results? Was it? I never watched that. I don't watch videos about snakes regularly. What is this? Oh, here we go. I saw this one. That one's almost convincing, but it moves a little too smoothly. Oh, anaconda. Not python. That's why I can't find any. Yeah, that one's just fake. Look at that. Are there people in the comments believe in this? The snake can follow traffic rules. Pro edit. Okay, okay. Thank God. I thought people would actually believe that. Oh, here we go. This is what I saw. Look at this. Biggest anaconda ever. Snake video. They tried to upload it as a short. It's not even a short. Oh, God. It's insane. All right, actually, let's just go ahead and skip this video. Let's watch this guy. He's probably way better at teaching than that
good morning,
AI-generated voice.
Welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is incredible, or whenever you happen to be watching, and you know that if I'm spending time with my girl, Ivy, the green anaconda, I'm having a good start to my day. She's my spirit animal. She is an absolute beauty, and I want to talk to you guys about the largest snakes in the world. Now, most people.
You guys ever
that green
go to a mall where they had one of those stores where you could take a picture with a giant snake?
The fact is that they're not the longest snake in the world, but they are the
somewhere around my house. I have a picture of me and my family just holding this giant yellow snake.
300 pounds.
I don't know if it was an anaconda or
they
not.
They rarely get over 16 foot, although a giant one might be 18 or 19 foot. I'm not sure that there's ever even been an anaconda that has been over 20 foot, to be totally honest with you.
Man, this guy's just letting it wrap around him.
As a matter of fact, I was up at Alligator Alley.
You're sure that's not just trying to kill you at this moment?
Even pick up. I mean, legitimately, I tried. Hey, where are you going, Ivy? Where's my girl going? And of course, you guys know that I love my girl, Ivy. But I'm telling you what, even her getting on me right now, I'm going to go ahead and stand up, see if I can't pick her up. Oh, my gosh, I cannot tell you how unbelievably heavy just this animal is here. And she's only 85 pounds. I mean, she's definitely going to get at least twice this weight, maybe even 3 times this weight. And pretty soon, in the next couple days, we're going to feed her a giant meal. And I'll talk more about why I do that.
That's insane.
But listen, there's really 4 giant snakes in the world. Now, granted, there's a big snake.
What does this guy feed her?
And scrub python.
Just a deer?
I'm talking 4 giant snakes that can exceed 150, sometimes even 200 pounds. And certainly the anacondas are definitely one of them. And the green anacondas are oftentimes get the bad rap of being the meanest killers and stuff like that. Yeah, as you can see, that's just not the case. I mean,
not yet.
Like Ivy here,
give it 5 more minutes and stand pretty still.
Honestly, not the
I don't know, man.
the heaviest snake, for sure. The reticulated python win the actual battle for the length of snakes. And we're going to get into a reticulated python here pretty soon. But just look at that. That slow tongue, that methodical thing, so curious. I mean, I'm telling you what, guys, I've said this a million times. I've been working with snakes since I was a kid.
It's kind of
and
cute.
I have never, ever experienced anything.
I would never have one, but I'm glad this guy has one.
She is incredible. So curious, so friendly. Literally, I go in her enclosure. You guys have seen it. She'll just crawl right up to me and she'll just hang out with me. I mean, she is absolute.
Man, I got a rabbit. Oh my God. Hold on. I don't know if you can see her. Oh, I don't want to interrupt her right now. Oh my God. Oh, she's just out of sight. I don't want to move too much because I don't want to scare her, but she's all sploofed out right now. Let me scooch just a tad. She like never does that. Oh my God. Okay, you can barely see her. She's all sploofed out right now. Oh my God, it's so adorable. She like never does that, so I don't want to interrupt that too much, but what was I saying? Oh yeah. My rabbit, Patch. Man, she fucking hates hanging out with people. Like, she gets to decide when I pet her. And it's never when I want to pet her. I'll be, like, busy doing something, and then she'll start nipping at me, trying to get my attention. And that's when she wants pets. But then, like, when I actually, like, make time to play with her, she just runs away from me and hides out in her hut. Man. You're telling me that this snake is more cuddly than my rabbit?
Absolutely wonderful. So for anyone that thinks the green anaconda is a killer, you've been watching too many movies, guys, because these guys are unbelievable.
I don't know. What about all those videos of those guys eating deer?
Out of the wild, right? So we're breeding them tamer and tamer, and you can imagine when Aries and Ivies has babies.
Oh fuck no! I'll be back post snake video.
Because behavior does pass down. I tell you, green anacondas definitely the giant.
Not a fan of snakes.
Legend, definitely the iconic giant snake. But again, not the longest snake in the world, just the heaviest snake in the world. And then, of course, like I mentioned, there's reticulated pythons like my girl.
Oh shit! I think that's what I held.
Over 18 foot. Now, I would take out Lucy, but she's actually in that stage of shed right now, where she's probably going to shed later on today, tomorrow by the latest. So if I took her out, it would break her shed. And I always talk about it's not a problem to shed a snake when they're stuck. So if she starts to shed and she has some stuck shed, and we soak her and then actually help her get that shed off, that's good. But she's not ready to shed. And if you take a snake's shed off when they're not ready to shed, that can be a problem. So we won't mess or muck with.
Man, I've never seen someone so passionate about snakes. I've seen some people who are passionate about snakes, but this guy loves them.
Can get up to
He's so excited talking about them.
So they can be giants.
I love it.
Good 5 to 7 foot larger than an anaconda. Come on, girl. And I tell you what, they like to move and they have a mind of their own. Very intelligent snakes, unbelievably beautiful snakes. And much like I talked about when I talked about anacondas being kind of domesticated in F2, F3, F4 generations, with retics, we're probably at F6, F7 generations. And basically that just means every generation out of the wild, right? So there's maybe 7 generations of reticulated pythons out of the wild. And where are you going, Daisy? Come on, monkey. Oh my gosh, she is such a big snake. When you get involved with giant snakes like these, holy cow, that's a lot. Oh my gosh, she's wearing me out. There's no doubt about that. But the fact is that every generation out of the wild.
I'm still not convinced that that is not trying to kill him at this very moment.
Squeeze on me right now, girl. Okay, she's just hanging on to me like a tree. And I've always said that when you're dealing with big snakes, especially something like a reticulated python or an anaconda, oftentimes they'll kind of squeeze on you. And for someone that's not comfortable, they would think that they're trying to kill you, right? What they're doing is she's just trying to hold on to me like a tree. She's using me as a branch, right? And she is absolutely amazing. Unbelievable snakes. Reticulated pythons.
You know how many branches I've snapped off of trees as a child?
Giants of the reptile world. I mean, literally 25 foot. When you talk largest snake in the world, you better be talking about reticulated pythons.
Oh my God.
Now, with that being said, not every reticulated python is going to be a giant, you know? They're not all going to be 20, 25 foot long. Even with Lucy and Daisy, which are siblings, they're both 12 years old. We hatched them here ourselves, so we've had them since they were just tiny babies. But Lucy is 2.5 foot longer and, you know, maybe 75 pounds larger, right? And they're siblings. I mean, just think about that. But then you have animals like Al here, which are still what they call the mainland.
He twisted up.
Which are the giant snakes. But he is, you know, 8 years old and he's only about 12 foot long. Now, sometimes males will still
He's only 12 foot long. He's crazy.
Sometimes males will still get 18 to 20 foot. I've seen some giant male reticulated pythons. But the fact is, Al probably won't get a whole lot larger just because he doesn't have the food response that a large female, or when we are feeding him decent amount, seems like he doesn't put it into growth as much. And that's just the way it is. Not to mention, we've talked about before that there's insular islands of reticulated pythons that sometimes can stay under 6 foot long. So the actual reticulated python is the longest snake in the world, but not every reticulated python is going to be the longest. Every individual is different, right? Some people are 6'5", some people are 5'8". It's just the way it is. Every snake is an individual, but definitely retics take the cake when it comes to the giant snakes. But don't let that fear you off. If you're like, I want a reticulated python because they're amazing, you just have to choose wisely if you want something that only gets 10 or 12 foot. Because listen, Al is absolutely incredible. I honestly don't have anything else to say about reticulated pythons other than the fact that Night Fury.
Is his name Night Fury? Is that what he's about to say? Hold on. I gotta see his face again. Let me get a good, nice sharp frame. Alright, that guy's got a cute face. Alright. Alright, that's adorable. Oh my god. Love me a giant snake. Oh my god. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm not a snake hater, but can't say I'm a snake lover either.
Night Fury just shed out yesterday. And
his name's Night Fury. That's awesome.
I mean, look at the shimmer and sheen on that animal, the iridescence, the rainbow coming through this.
Damn.
Oh,
You look like oil.
goodness. I tell you what, this snake is definitely one of the most stunning snakes that I own anywhere. I mean, literally, every single person that comes into the Reptarium is always blown away, especially when he's fresh shed. I mean, that is crazy cool. And that's one of the things that's amazing about reticulated pythons is the designer morphs that are out there.
I feel like a tiny snake is scarier somehow.
Different color phases.
Well, if that thing's in the grass, like if you're out in the wilderness,
and you know there's
it is way easier to spot a giant snake.
Can you imagine when
you come across a tiny snake?
Into a
Where you have no idea where that dude is.
Shiny, shimmery, iridescent.
That dude's gonna escape real quick.
Have the white of the pie.
And then you just won't know where he is. It's like when you see a spider, and then you don't see the spider anymore.
It's kind of hard to have a huge colony of them. If these guys were this size, oh my gosh, they'd be the coolest snake on the planet. And then, of course, there's the Burmese pythons. I've mentioned so many times that I think of them as the puppy dog of the giant snake world. And it's just because
the Burmese python? Oh, that's probably what I held.
You know, the retics are always on the go. Obviously, anacondas aren't often.
Yeah, that seems more like it.
Ivy is. And then, of course, the rock pythons that we'll talk about in a minute are definitely not the tamest and most calm animals. There's no doubt about that. But Burmese really can, especially captive bred. Getting back to what I was talking about generation after generation.
Damn, look at that white snake in the background. I want to see that one.
Been bred longer than any of the other giant snakes. And you know, giant snakes aren't for everybody. There's no doubt about that. You know, I've been keeping giant snakes since I was 15 years old, but I don't necessarily think that a lot of people should keep giant snakes. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you have the ability, the knowledge, everything else, if you want to be safe about it, certainly I think you should have the ability to keep giant snakes.
Back to make sure Pat didn't get eaten by a snake.
But let's just say that certainly the majority of the problem in Florida with the invasive species down there came from the hurricane and the fact that facilities were blown away, and that's how it is. But we can't say that there's never been a giant snake that's been released in the wild. Even here in Michigan, we've had it happen a couple times where, you know, someone gets a cute little Burmese python or an anaconda or a reticulated python, and then they get big like Sunrise here, and they just don't know what to do with it. So please do me a favor. If you want to enter into the giant snake,
I hear that happens a lot in Florida. Like in Florida and I think Texas gets a little crazy too. As people get these snakes or I think Florida, they also Like a part of the alligator problem too is people keep them as pets, and then I might be pulling that fact out of my ass, the alligator part, but definitely the snake. People get them as pets, and then at a certain point they're like, why did I do this? Oh my god, this guy's so big, I gotta feed him regularly, I gotta take care of this thing, I can't do that. And then just release him out into the wild, and then a bunch of people are doing that, and then they grow in population, and then it turns into an actual problem.
Snake world. It is truly an amazing journey. There's no doubt about it. But don't do it if you're not able to keep these forever. These animals get big. You know, Sunrise here is only about 10 foot long. She's going to get...
Meanwhile, if I release Patch into the wild, she would get snatched up in 5 seconds by a hawk.
Not only house them, but also be safe with them. You know, I don't think that anyone should ever handle a snake, even Sunrise's size, without someone else there, right? You know, don't do it alone, because you never know what's going to happen. Again, these guys aren't killers by any means, but you never know. They're strong animals, and just like I mentioned when I was...
By any means. They're probably not as big of killers as I think, but I wouldn't bet on it being 0%, right? More like it's gotta be at least 1 to 2%.
Holding Daisy,
they've got to want to kill at least a little bit,
bracing themselves, and they're so strong that you can kind of almost go like, holy cow, am I going to lose consciousness? I've been doing
like I know I keep bringing up Patch, but
how to actually deal with these animals.
Like even her, I know she thinks about killing me at least like 1% of the time.
Amazing, gentle giants. And because of all those years of breeding Burmese pythons, of course, there's a lot of color mutations. You know, in this case,
once a week for like 5 minutes, she'll probably just like plot it for a little bit. I know she is.
And they're really amazing. I mean, again, when we started breeding Burmese, there was really just albinos and normals. Now there are dozens and dozens of mutations that are really quite amazing, and new ones being produced all the time, which just means, again, if you want to get into that gentle giant, you have the ability to keep that giant snake, you can get a cool color palette that fits your needs. And certainly one of my absolute favorite mutations when it comes to Burmese pythons are the
I feel like I've been looking at snakes for hours.
Believe it or not, we actually brought in the second granite Burmese python was brought in. Actually, a guy named Eric Kreider brought in a few babies, but then we brought in a yearling adult that was from the wild and worked with it. And ultimately, that's where we produced our first granite Burmese python, was from that particular female. Got big enough and actually produced babies. So we've been working with the granite project for a long time. And then, of course, the hypos came around maybe 10,
Yo, it's got a pink face.
Like and then ultimately, when they bred hypos together or fighters together, they produced the white snakes, which is
that's
really
wicked
cool.
looking.
You could see the unbelievable colors and patterns that Burmese pythons have. I mean, I never thought that they would be like this.
I cannot get over how excited this guy is talking about snakes.
And then, of course, there's Snaz, the normal Burmese python. These are the ones that you would see in the wild, right? This color. And the reason I want to segue that into is the last of the giant snakes, which kind of looks similar to the wild.
He seems like such a great guy.
Of course, but these guys are from Africa, and that's the African rock python. Now, I actually had an African rock python for 22 years named Baby. She ended up getting like 18, 19 foot, and she was a handful. I was the only.
What does the shirt say? That's what I want to know, but these snakes keep wrapping around it. They don't want you to know.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You open up their enclosure, and she would come.
I do what?
They have giant teeth. I mean, some
that's
of
all
the
I got.
biggest teeth of the giant snakes. And just like I was talking about, how over time we're actually breeding to kind of get them tamer, right? After
I do what I want.
I think the reason why rock pythons
it's got like that meme cat drawing.
They haven't really been bred in captivity nearly as much. You know, they can't be imported into the country.
One of those meme cat drawings
out there, and because they're a little bit hard to work with, a lot of people just aren't working with them, quite frankly. I think that they're amazing animals, and I think that if you were able to breed it maybe 3-4 generations in captivity, you could probably get them as tame as a Burmese python. At least I would like to think so, and I think they're really amazing. I would love to add an African rock python to the Reptarium, to be totally honest with you. That way we could represent all 4 of the giant species here, and it would be really cool. But the truth is, you just don't see them around hardly at all. And believe it or not, there's actually one mutation that's in the country. It's a patternless.
Does this guy breathe?
Python. It's almost like the green Burmese pythons, the patternless Burmese pythons, but in a rock python, which is really cool. So, hey, if anyone knows any cool rock pythons, I would like
this
to get
dude
one.
just
I'm not gonna lie to you.
rattles off information.
10 years since mine passed away. Again, she lived for 22 years and was a pretty cool animal. I'd love to add another.
You could just name
but again,
any
giant
snake, and he could rattle off
I've told people my very first snake ever was a Burmese python.
tons and
just
tons
like
of
Nazir.
information
How
about it.
crazy is that? So all these
You can
years
just
later,
talk for
I've always
hours.
had giant snakes, and I love them to death. And I wouldn't want anyone to think that because they're giant and people think they're dangerous. It's just not the case. I've never been in one situation in all those years where I was nervous about my health. So as long as you're being responsible and smart and have that kind of buddy system, like I said,
I don't know. Just because you're not nervous doesn't mean
you're always going to be safe.
that
There's
doesn't
no
want to
doubt
kill
about it.
you.
So giant snakes are absolutely wonderful. I tell you what, giant snakes are amazing. I mean, just look at Ivy and Aries in there. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. And I still am always blown away at the fact that there are these giant snakes that live in our world. It's just bizarre to me, but I am so thankful that I get to work with them. If you enjoyed this video, there's actually a playlist you can watch right here.
I did. This is awesome. This dude's so cool.
And stuff like that.
Brian Barksick. I'm sorry if I butchered that. World's largest snakes. Dang, give that a like. The balls of steel this guy must have, having an anaconda hug his neck and being totally chill, is beyond me. Well, I mean, the thing is, when you're handling animals like that, you gotta be chill. As long as you're chill, they're chill. But at the moment you're not chill, that's when things start getting a little dicey. Man, that's awesome. All right. I'll probably wrap that up there. My hair is already starting to recurl itself. Man, nothing lasts forever. Or for just an hour. We'll see. I'll probably skip washing my hair for a few days, see if we can keep it on the straighter side. Maybe Jeremy was right. I should have taken the after picture immediately after finishing, because now it's not perfectly straight anymore. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I had fun tonight. We'll pick up Chrono Trigger again probably next week. Savannah, I know I've been promising Fast Food Simulator. We'll get around to that soon as well. When I get bored of Chrono Trigger, we'll do that stream. And yeah, have a good night. Sleep well. New video will not be coming out this weekend. I did not finish it in time. But next weekend, for sure. So stay tuned for that on the main channel. Y'all have